QuickBooks Pro Plus Desktop 2022 Help and Support Options. Let's get into it with Intuit's QuickBooks Pro Plus Desktop 2022. If you have access to OneNote, would like to follow along, not required to, but if would like to, icon left-hand side, topic introduction, 1620 Help and Support Options. Also, take a look at the Immersive Reader tool, topic introductions, also in the text area, same name, same number, but with transcripts that can be translated into multiple different languages and either listened to or read in them. Also, same name and number as a presentation. Topic introductions designed to give an introduction to the topic, provide screenshots and links when applicable, and provide accounting background to complement the presentations. Screenshots being useful if you would like to follow along with them during the presentations if you don't have access to the QuickBooks software at that time. Closing the icon left-hand side, we're taking a look at the help support options. First, you want to point out that you have two main categories for help and support. One being technical support to get the QuickBooks system up and running from a technical standpoint. And then two, the bookkeeping support on the other hand, meaning you have questions about how to implement transactions into the system. If you're looking at the first of the two options, your first go would probably be to contact Intuit, the owner of QuickBooks, get support there. And or if you have a more complex setup, meaning not putting it directly on your computer, but you have a server that you're putting it on, for example, and have different people getting access to it, you might need your personal IT support in conjunction and helping with QuickBooks support. And then if you have just your own computer, it should be a pretty straightforward process to get it on the computer, and you can use IT support for that. If, on the other hand, you're looking for accounting support, then your options are, do you, one, want to be talking with whoever's going to be helping you at year end for your taxes and accounting, possibly a CPA firm or tax firm, or two, do you just need help for the bookkeeping itself? For either of those options, you might want to then align them up with your year end needs, whether or not you hire another bookkeeper or not, so that you make sure that you have everything as lined up as possible for the year end process, which is often what many small businesses and many businesses in general are going to need the most, help with at that point in time. So if you need bookkeeping help, then there's also options through QuickBooks to get bookkeeping help for bookkeepers that have some verifications of accounting with the help and use of the QuickBooks software. So the first item here, we've got the drop down on the home page in the help tab. This is where most of the help options will be. If you look at the purchase, when you purchased QuickBooks on the desktop version, if you got the Pro Plus for 2022, they do have the help option in there. So you might want to just double check, what your help options are in the version that you purchased of the software. Then back to the drop down in the home page, we could then go to the first option, which is basically the search option that you can look for searching within QuickBooks. And they also have this option for a contact here, where you can contact a live agent either through a chat or possibly by phone with this item. And you can basically work with the live agent through that process, which could be good and useful for some things, but not really for everything all the time. So then we have the new features. This will give you a look at the new features. Not too many new features in 2022. We went over those in a previous presentation, so I won't look at them in detail. You can also look up then a locate of a QuickBooks professional. And like I say, these professionals might have some, they have some validation as QuickBooks professionals. So they'll have familiarity with the software, and they should have some, good accounting background, bookkeeping background as well. But you want to consider, if you go this route, to make sure that they are in alignment or in communication with the year-end needs that you will have for the tax preparation needs as well. So then we have the help from the hub, and this is an area that can help you with common problems when you have errors with QuickBooks. So it fixes common problems and errors with the QuickBooks Desktop Tool Hub. So this is one place you might go if you're having some problems with the installation, I believe, and you could get support from, the tech. Talking to the Intuit support might guide you here for certain problems that might be there if there was an issue with possibly the installation. These are some of the guides that they have for the step-by-step for the starting a new business. These are not really part of the QuickBooks process in general, but they're good checklists to go through when you're first starting the business. They also have another one for when you're closing the business. and they could be good, not closing the business, but when you have the year-end process and you have the year-end needs, and you're trying to check off to see if you're doing everything that you need to do. This is a help option for other items that you could purchase. If you didn't have payroll, you might have payroll included in here. These are typically add-on type of features. You can get faster payment with the credit card options, recording checks faster, and then you could get a loan if you want through the QuickBooks system. So these are plus up type of options. And then you've got the applications. So these are apps that could be add-on features that would be supporting apps that aren't within the QuickBooks software themselves, but maybe supplementing the software in some way. So you could look at the featured apps in that area as well. So that's just a quick look at it. We'll go into the more detail with the presentation as well. And just remember, as you think about the help options, the primary thing I would keep in mind is what your support is for. Is it technical? Is it bookkeeping side? If it's technical, probably go into Intuit. If it's bookkeeping side of things, questions about how to enter something, think about bringing in your year-end support, which might be your CPA firm or tax professional, in conjunction or alignment with any bookkeeper that you might be pulling in on board would be my recommendation.